Hey everyone, and welcome back to Haste Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to do a beautiful Asian inspired sticky back rib. There's lots of ingredients going on here, but if you get this right, mix it all together, stick it in the oven, in about 3 hours time you have the most beautiful glazed sticky back ribs. Now ingredients we have, so we've got 4 chunky pork back ribs, we've got some sweet chilli sauce, about 1/4 cup, we've got 2 red Thai chilies, we've got a small amount of ground coriander, 3 cloves of crushed garlic, 2 teaspoons of grated ginger, 1/4 cup of honey, 1 lemon, about 1/2 cup of tomato puree, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and I've got 1/2 cup of hoisin sauce. Now to serve this up, we're going to have some brown basmati rice, we've got some fresh spinach, we've got some spring onions, cucumber, some sesame seeds, and we've got about a pint of water. So when you go to your butcher's, ask for the fat end of the ribs. So you've got a small amount of rib on there and a good amount of meat, rather than just using baby back ribs, which you'll be gnawing around at and you don't really get much meat on them. So they're a lot more chunky meat. They take a lot more time to render down in the oven, so it's going to be a slower cooking time, but they're going to be so much more meaty. To get these all together, I'm going to take a bowl, add your 4 ribs, and into that we're going to go straight in with our hoisin sauce, and this can be all just chucked in one go. We've got our honey, so you don't need to put brown sugar in this one. I've tried this recipe so many times now, but the honey obviously has got a certain amount of sugar in there as well, and so has the sweet chili sauce. So add your sweet chili, you've got your ground coriander, we've got our tomato paste, our chopped garlic, ginger, soy sauce. Into that, going to go in with 1 whole lemon, chop that in half. As always, pour that through your fingers. You've got our 2 small Thai chilies. Cut them in half, plump them in. And now you're just going to get involved. So ideally, you can leave this overnight for about 12 hours, for instance, to marinate in a bag. I'm not going to bother with this though, it's just about doing simple cooking. So this is all just going to go straight into a pan, straight into the oven. Low heat, longer period of time, means that meat's just going to fall off the bone. So get involved, mush them around your hands. Make sure all of that goes on top of all the meat and all those ingredients get mixed together. Now I'm going to grab myself 2 tin trays. You can get a bigger one if you want. I'm just going to separate these into 2 ribs in each tray. We're going to pour in a small amount of our water into each, so about 1/2 pint into each tray, and then back on with some of our marinade as well. Now we're going to cover these up. So, piece of tin foil over each, nice and tight around the outside. Now you're looking for that water to steam the meat, so effectively to break it down, to steam it, keep it nice and moist. Then we're going to take the lids off and then crisp them up at the end. So they can go into an oven, 150 Celsius for 2 hours. So it's been in there 2 hours. We're going to get them out of the oven. You remove the foil off both of these now. And these are already smelling absolutely amazing. You see there, the meat's become really, really tender, really, really soft. And it's started taking up some of that flavour. Now they can go back in the oven now for an hour. And you want to turn up the temperature slightly to about 220 Celsius. And that's going to start taking in some of this caramelisation. I'm going to start getting that lovely sticky glaze over the top. So yeah, this is a long one to make. As you know, it's going to be a 3-hour cooking time on these, but it is totally worth it. So we grab one of those out of the oven. So good. So a lot of that fat in there is just where the fat's rendered down itself and we're just left with that lovely sticky glaze. All I've done is baste them every sort of 15, 20 minutes just to make sure that sauce is going back over the top. For serving this up, I've just cooked off some brown basmati rice, which I'm just going to tip in. Got a little bit of spinach, not too much. I'm going to take our beautiful ribs and just going to lay them. You can see the fat and the pork just falling apart. Another one of those just over the top. So we're just going to take a pinch of our little sesame seeds, just lightly toss them over the top. And I've just shredded a little bit of spring onion, a little bit of cucumber, just to garnish that off. So that's it, that's my Asian-inspired sticky ribs with brown basmati rice, cucumber, spring onion, and just a little bit of sesame seeds over the top. What's not to like about that? Hopefully you enjoyed this one, guys, and I'll see you next week. Cheers then, bye-bye.